I'm so glad you're here. It is spring on the porch. Before we start this tour, I just need to tell you it is a gorgeous day in the Low Country. Everybody is outside. The kids, the neighbors, everybody's outside in their yards, on the porches. So you will hear a bunch of cars, a bunch of people, and I do apologize, but I'm so excited. Let's get this video started. So for spring and Easter, I just wanted to have a clean, simple palette. I just love the greenery and the simplicity of like the butterflies and the birds. I just think it gives such a relaxing feel. I love coming out here with coffee or tea. And so the first thing I did was on one of my walks with Guff, we just picked up this big branch and I just tied it along here to the railing, and I just love how it gives that little extension, like it's just a part of the railing, and I love it so much. And then as you can see, I just tied on some greenery and some sweet little birds with the butterflies, and I love how that turned out. And then if I step back, you can see that I did the same thing on the right side. Again, this was another walk, Guff and I. Guff was probably like, what are you doing? But I picked up this branch, and then I just added these adorable birds here. And they're super easy. I just popped them on. They have little clips. And like I said, up here, I just kept it really simple with some butterflies and some birdies. And then you guys know I love this entryway up the porch because the door is over there. And so I just love to have some flowers and some cute little knickknacks on the steps. So as you can see here, I have my flowers. Do you remember I picked these up from the at-home store? And then I just have a few little knickknacks like the little bunny and the little basket to represent Easter. Now you may remember this little Easter sign and these tulips from Mom's Cottage. That's from Hobby Lobby. I've had this little bunny and baby. Aren't they sweet? And then, of course, you guys know I'm a sucker for the gingham. And then I have my faux florals. I try, you guys. I really do. And you'll see I do have real life plants. I have cabbage on the porch. I have ferns. I have cactus. But for the most part, I'm awful. So I don't want to kill any more plants than I have to. But I'm going to keep trying to get better at it. And so as you can see here, I just added some more of these. Aren't these gorgeous? I love them so much. And then right here, I just put some carrots. And of course, to represent Easter, you have to have some cabbage, right? And then look at this little adorable guy just taking a break with his little glasses on. I love this little stool right here, this little seat. This is from Hobby Lobby. This little cutie right here, he is from the Dollar Tree. I love him so much, but he has been driving me crazy because he's not very sturdy. So what I did was I had some rolled up grass and I just inserted it. Let me show you. Behind here. That way he will stand up. And then if we go up the steps, what we'll do is we'll go to the right and then make our way around. But if you come over here, look, I have all my sweet little birdhouses. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun with this. I just picture like a little birdhouse village. Like, look, I love them so much. And then I thought it would be pretty cool just to take like the garland going down. Like, I love this one with the sweet little birdie. Speaking of birdies, do you hear him talking right now? And of course, you have to have a cardinal. And I love that green that I used right there. And then right here, I added some little bunnies and flowers. And I love this one. You can tell who's the maximalist. I just added this sweet little bunny and plant and the little bow. Y'all know I love to use miniatures in all of my decor. I love miniatures. And then over here, I have the little purple house with some more garland coming down. And look how pretty the pink looks against the green. I love that bird talking. I love the yellow right here and the little heart opening. And look at the little bunny. So I just absolutely love how this turned out. Then, like I said, along the top, I just have my birds and my butterflies. And then right here with my fern, I just added in this little nest with this little guy right here. And then I have my little cactus. And if you remember, I've had this little gnome. He's hands down one of my favorite. I just thought he would look adorable right here. I love him so much. He's been in previous videos, and you've probably seen him in my craft room. And then I thought, how cute would it be to put this right here? So I just added some flowers with a little nest, and it says, please like and subscribe, with a little egg. And then I thought it would be cute to add in this little basket. I believe that was a Target find. And then over here, I just placed my sweet little bunny. Now this has to be my favorite. I love bunnies. You guys know that. I love them so much. So look at this adorable little sign, Cottontail Carrot Farm. I picked this up from Dollar Tree. I love that. And then you will see in the garland, I added some carrots. I just thought that was super cute. And then here's my little girl right here. Isn't she sweet with her eggs and her flowers? And to stand them up, I just put them on my little plant stand. And then right here, of course, if you're at the farm, you're picking your cabbage and your carrots. And so I have this gorgeous basket that my dear friend Susie gifted me. You may remember it in a previous video. I love it. And of course, it has the little gingham bow on it. And then we've just placed some cabbage. And look at these carrots. I love these stems. I just popped them in here. And I love that they come with the flowers because it just looks like they've been out, like I said, out in the field, you know, getting all their stuff for their dinners and everything. Y'all, this is how my mind thinks. And then I just have some cabbage. And again, like I said, I just put him on a little stool right there. Look how sweet he is. He is so cute with his little bow tie. I absolutely love him. And like I said, here I just added my butterflies and some carrots in the greenery. And then right here we just have Bee's little pet bed. And you may remember this little miniature wreath. I did a little shorts on this. This is actually some garland that you can buy. I just didn't take it apart. And then I added these flowers, which are actually napkin rings. And then I just hot glued in my sweet little bunny, and I love how it turned out. I just think it's so pretty. And then over here, I mean, look. Is that not so sweet and so cute? And listen, you guys, I've never I've never made a tree before. So just keep that in mind. I have never made a tree before. And then on top of that, I was trying to use things that I already had here, because now that I have left the cafeteria, I'm no longer employed. I'm trying to use what I have. So just keep that in mind when we look at the tree, because I have never made a tree before, you guys. But so over here, like I said, y'all know how much I love my bunnies. I've had these bunnies from multiple places, Home Goods, no, maybe not Home Goods, the at-home store, Hobby Lobby. These are all bunnies that I've had. I keep my bunnies out all year, except for this sweet one. This one is on the porch, and then it's in my craft room. And then I thought, how cute would it be to add these flowers? So what I did was, you guys know, I always keep my hay bales. That's what those are. They're just wrapped in the plastic tablecloth, and that's what I did here. But I added a little fencing down here to give it a little extra something. And then I added in some flowers. I just poked it with a skewer through. And then I added a sweet little butterfly. And I just think that looks so pretty. Now up here, speaking of butterflies, I added some butterflies on my hooks, and I love how that turned out. I just think they're so pretty. Now here, the bench, you guys know I always have this bench here. These are actually pillow covers. And then I have my sweet little bunnies. This one I picked up this year from Dollar Tree, and then I had this one. And then, of course, here is my tree. Now, oh my gosh, you guys, I know it looks a little funny, but just keep in mind, first time. Do you guys remember this cardinal? This bird was actually red. I spray painted him blue, and then I put a little nest up there. Let me see if I can zoom in. There he is. What do you guys think? Oh my gosh. And then here, so I have all my little stems coming down. And then right here, I have my little opening in my tree. This is my sweet little bird just chilling. What this actually is a half-gallon milk jug. And then this is actually aluminum foil. And then I just added in some little stems on the side. But I think, you know, for my first tree, I'm actually super proud of it. And then over here, I just added my sweet little swing. I have some moss. And of course, you have to have a little birdie. And I'm super pleased with how it turned out. We just love to come and sit out here. It's so peaceful. And then over here with my fern, I just added a sweet little butterfly. Right here on my little table, I had to add some little bunnies and some of my faux tulips from last year. I just think he is so stinking cute. I love the bow ties and the flowers and this sweet little goodie right here. She was from Hobby Lobby this year. And y'all know how I feel about all the pink and the gingham. And then over here, I have this beautiful little planter, and I just added these faux yellow flowers. This sweet little butterfly right here, and this sweet little girl. I thought that looked really cute, the baby chick with the yellow flowers. And then I just added some more butterflies. Okay, and then if you come over this way, you guys know how much I love my topiary dog. I just added some gingham ribbon and some bunny ears. And then I'm laughing because look, Guff is in the window. He keeps coming out and going in, going out and coming in. But right here, look, I have my little bunny that I added some little flowers to. Some greenery, which is actually a napkin ring with a little miniature basket and miniature carrots. And then I have this little welcome sign. I love pink flowers, so I just popped those in there with some greenery that I had. But I love how I took the flowers along the top here, added a little sweet butterfly, and of course I have to have a little bunny. Look at how sweet Guffy looks. And then I have my welcome sign, and I have my other topiary dog. He is hands down my favorite. I picked him up years ago from Big Lots. And again, just added a gingham bow. I added these little flowers on here onto his Easter ears. I can't talk. And then added some flowers. And then you may remember this sign right here. I actually made this sign. I love it so much. It was like a thrift store flip. And then if you come over here, up here, I just added this sweet little nest. And then over here, I have Willard, my cactus. And I just placed Willard on this sweet little egg wreath that my friend Susie and my friend Sean gave me. And I just think that looks so beautiful. I love how that turned out. And then I just added a sweet little bird. Again, I just added some more like greenery. I'm just really into that. And then down here, I just placed this little bird's nest. And over here, I have this sweet little picture. I picked this up last year. You guys, it was like super sale. I mean, it was after the 50% off. I mean, it was when it was like down to nothing. So I love that so much. So I hope you enjoyed today's spring Easter tour. I think next will be my dining room, or maybe just my small soft touches in the house for Easter. If you guys are interested in seeing that, you might not be. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below. But as always, thank you so much for watching, possibly subscribing and staying. But whatever you choose to do, thank you so much for being here. God bless you. And if I don't see you again, have a wonderful Easter.